Hey everybody, it's Brad at Dayport Brothers LLC out in Versailles, Ohio. Going to do another walk around video followed by an operational video on this 2012 Kubota M8560 tractor that came in and we're putting up for sale. Like always, I'll walk around, I'll talk about the features and functions. I'll get up close to everything, I'll show you everything that I see, talk about anything that I know on this particular machine. Then of course we'll fire it up. We'll run it through its paces, let you hear the engine, show you the 3-point, the PTO, show you the front pins, drive it, hit the brakes, show you they're nice and strong, lift the front end up, show you the 4-wheel drive works. As always, if you are in the market for a used tractor, a used piece of ag equipment, or a used piece of construction equipment, please subscribe to the channel. Please like the video. Your likes and subscriptions help other people who are looking for equipment find our videos and find our machines, and we truly do appreciate it. All right, like I said, this one is a 2012 Kubota M8560. Sorry in advance if the audio is off a little bit. It's a little breezy out here today. This one is cab, heat, air, 4-wheel drive. It's got the LA 1353 front loader with skid steer mount quick attach. Has the 8-speed hydraulic shuttle shift transmission, 3 rear remotes, R1 tires, and this one has 381 hours. So here in a little bit, like I said, we'll fire it up. We'll show you these front pins up here. We'll show you they're nice and tight as you would expect. Show you the hydraulics are strong. For now, I'll get up close to everything and show you. Paint's pretty darn good. Couple scuffs and scratches. I know it's kind of hard with me casting shadow. Little scuffs and scratches here and there, but you'll be able to see here pretty doggone bright, pretty reflective, especially for a 13-year-old tractor at this point. Looks really good here. Decal is peeling a little bit there. That Kubota decal, pretty common on these. Looking at the front tire on this side, as you can see there, I'm gonna say we're at least 55% tread depth. I think I'm being very fair. It's probably actually a little better than that. No weather checking here that I can see. Same thing there on the sidewall. I'm not really seeing any weather checking there. So I take a little step back, looking at that front rim. As you can see there, that orange paint's pretty bright. A few little scuffs and scratches, little paint chips around the outer edges especially. That inner dish is pretty good. Couple small little scuffs right inside there. Nothing out of the ordinary for a used tractor. Looking at the fender on this side, nice and straight there, nothing major, no huge dents or dings, not busted up or anything like that. And then as I get up close to it here, I know the way the sun's shining, it's kind of hard to tell, but that paint is bright and reflective. Little water laying on top. It sprinkled all morning out here today. Everything's good there on those two lenses. Up underneath that fender, everything looks really good underneath there. And then looking at the rear tire on this side, I'm gonna say we are probably 75–80% tread depth. I think I'm being very fair. It's probably better than that with only 381 hours. I think I'm just trying to be very fair. Really no weather checking here that I can see. Same thing there on the sidewall, not really seeing any weather checking there. And then taking a little step back, looking at the rear rim here. Again, that orange paint's nice and bright. Couple little small, little chips here and there. Nothing out of the ordinary. Couple little ones up here. Coming around the back to the 3-point, does have the extendable 3-point arms. Drawbar looks really good. 540 PTO. 3 rear remotes, like I said. Then looking at everything back here on the rear end, everything looks really good here. Try to go slow so you can see everything in here. Looking at the inside of this fender, a couple little small paint chips there, nothing out of the ordinary. Windshield washer tank's good, that's uncommon. You'll see this plastic gets really brittle and they bust. Couple small little cracks here, or little paint chips, not really cracks, little chips in the paint. This decal's peeling a little bit on both sides. Little reflective decal. Both lenses look good there. Looking at the rear tire on this side, again, very deep tread bars there, as I would expect for only 300 hours. Again, really no weather checking here to speak of. Same thing there on that sidewall. Taking a little step back, looking at the rear rim on this side. Again, just a few little paint chips here and there, but that orange paint is pretty darn bright. A couple little spots around the outer edge, nothing out of the ordinary there. Looking up underneath the fender on this side, everything looks really good underneath there. Then taking a look at the fender itself, again, nice and straight, nice and reflective paint there. You can see our shop in the background reflecting off of it there. Just a little water laying up on top of it. As I come over this way, you can see how bright and reflective it is. Steps on this side, everything looks really good there. Looking at the front tire on this side, matches up really well to the other side. Lots of tread life left here, as you would expect for the hours. Really no weather checking here that I'm seeing. Same thing here on the sidewall. No weather checking there that I can see. Taking a little step back, looking at the front rim on this side. Again, that orange paint is pretty bright. A few small little paint chips here and there around the outer edge. You can see a couple there, a couple right over here. Nothing out of the ordinary there. Looking at the loader arm on this side. Again, nice and straight there. As you can see there, pretty doggone reflective. Down here, the side of the engine, you can see how reflective that is on both sides. The other side's just the same as this one, nice and bright in there. Nothing that looks like it's been cracked or welded or plated anywhere on the loader arms. The LA 1353 decals are starting to get a little bit of weather checking in them. Again, they're 13-year-old decals, and Kubota was not known to have the best decals to begin with. Otherwise, nothing that looks like it's been busted, cracked, or welded. Same thing with the back of the skid steer mount plate. Everything looks really good there. Coming around, taking a look at the bucket. Obviously, as you can see there, still retains 90% of the original paint on that orange bucket. Obviously some scuffs and scratches. It's a little faded in the back there, but pretty doggone good. Cutting edge is nice and straight, no big dents or dings there. Down here, that bottom bar is nice and straight. My camera's trying to overcomplicate things here. It's making it go crooked on me. This bar here, you can see up top, this top is faded just a little bit. Down at the bottom's not, but that top section is. Grill guard's in good shape there. I've already got it unlatched and folded forward. That way I can open that hood, but it's nice and straight. Looking in here at the hood, both headlights are good there. All this black mesh looks good there. There is a scuff and pretty good scratch right there in that hood, but otherwise very, very bright and reflective. Let me reach down here and pop the hood. All right, looking up underneath here. As you can see, very, very clean underneath here. All the fins are good in there on the radiator. Bottom side of that hood, everything looks really good there. We'll go over here to the side of the block, see what we can see over here. It's kind of hard on these for me to get in too close. Do the best I can here, but a little bit of dust and dirt in there, but nice and dry. No oil or diesel running anywhere. Down here, no antifreeze. You can see the side of the block's good, nice and clean. Come back and try to sneak it in here. Again, everything looks really good in there. Bottom of that oil pan, everything looks really good here. Back side of that front axle, everything looks good here. That little protective shield in front of the steering cylinder looks really good. We'll go over to the other side and see what we can see over here. Same thing here, that steering cylinder shield's nice and straight. Try to sink the camera in back here. Again, nice and clean in here. Just a little surface rust from where paint is wore off and then it's gotten wet. That is just surface rust. It's not a rusty machine. It is very clean in here. Side of the block's nice and dry. On this side as well. Back side of that front axle looks really good here. We'll take a step back. We'll look at the cab, the interior. The plastic up on top of that cab is a little faded. I don't know how well you guys can see that. That's a little more faded than everything else. Everything else, like I said, is fairly bright. A little faded there. Everything looks pretty good though. Steps look fairly straight here. Looking at the floor mat and where you step in, everything looks really, really good here, like you would expect for 300 hours. 381 hours, like I said. I'm not seeing any cuts or tears here in that floor mat. Clutch pedal's good, tilt steering wheel pedal's good, brake pedals are good, throttle pedal looks good. Looking at the seat, bottom of the seat cushion, I don't see any cuts or tears. The middle and headrest still have some of the plastic on them. Still a little bit of the plastic left for the lower portion. Armrests are good on both sides. And in here, looking at all of our controls, our remotes, all this plastic in here looks really, really good. Nothing's busted up. Doesn't look faded or cracked. Darn good here. 8-speed. Loader controls look really good there. They've got a power inverter down here. Steering wheel looks good, like I said. Tilt steering wheel. It is hydraulic shuttle shift. And looking down in at the dash. At the time of this video, the AC blows cold. And as you should be able to see there, 381 hours. All the fins look good here on our HVAC stuff. Over here, all this plastic looks really good. Nothing's faded out. Nothing looks busted up. Looking at the headliner here. Really, really clean here. I don't see any water stains. Really no dirt or anything. A little bit of dust here, I guess. HVAC controls over there. A couple little pieces of dirt there. There you can kind of see the top of that hood. Again, other than that scratch up in the very front nose, pretty darn good. All right, like I said, this one's a 2012 Kubota M8560. Lots of photos on our website. That's listed down below in the description. If you have any questions, comment down below. We'll try to answer them for you. We'll get that hood shut, we'll fire it up and get right into an operational video.